Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Today I want to share something really personal. How I built my own escape plan from my 9 to 5, walked away from a six-figure corporate job, and started chasing a life that actually feels like mine. So I'm in my 30s now, and for most of my life, I did everything right. Go to college, get good grades, a stable job, then climb the corporate ladder. So my very first real job was bagging groceries at Food Line, and long story short, I eventually worked my way up to a corporate consulting role at a Fortune 500 company making around 150,000 a year. So on paper, I mean it looked like I made it right, but in reality, I felt stuck. And honestly, I was kind of losing it. And every day felt the same. I mean, the stress never turned off. And even with the money, I mean, something felt off. Then expenses started rising. I mean, everything got more expensive, and I just felt myself burning out. So earlier this year, I did the scariest thing I've ever done. I quit my job, packed my bags, and I left the US. And this wasn't some wild emotional decision. I mean, I didn't just, rage quit all of a sudden. I planned this out for years, from saving, preparing, building my own escape plan while I was still working my 9 to 5. So, this channel is really about me sharing that process because if you feel the same pressure every night, I mean, believe me, I've been there. This might help you see that there is a way out. So, anyways, a few things that pushed me over the edge. First, I was pretty naive early on. I believed in the formula you work hard and life will just take care of itself later, right? But later it kept getting pushed back. Then there was inflation. The average US household, according to one source, is spending nearly $6,400 every single month just to keep up with life. And that includes like all the regular costs like housing, food, healthcare, etc., etc. And I felt it even on six figures. I didn't feel like living. I felt like I was surviving from one bill to another. Then came the corporate politics. I realized it wasn't about doing great work, it was about playing the game. And I watched people move up and getting promotions, not because they were better, but because they were just liked more. And healthcare was another wake up call for me because I'm relatively healthy and fit. But due to my high deductible health plan, I still pay $150 to $200 just to see a doctor to get some simple prescriptions, which is ridiculous. And in housing, I mean, buying now, it just doesn't really make sense. And renting barely makes sense either. I was paying around $2,000 all in for a tiny 550 square foot studio. And after everything else, I mean, even with the salary that I was making, there just wasn't much left over. And that's when it really hit me. I mean, the dream that I thought I was chasing, it just started feeling like a trap. And I'll be honest, the American dream used to excite me because my parents actually immigrated to the US trying to chase it. And I believed in it too, where you work hard, buy a house, start a family, retire happy. But then I started paying attention. The full classic life where you get all those things like a house, kids, retirement. I mean, it now costs millions. And in big cities, you just need a huge salary just to feel okay. And the wages they just never really seem to, catch up relative to everything else. And that's when it hit me. I was just hustling nonstop just to afford a life I barely had time to live. I didn't want more stuff, I just wanted more freedom. So I made a choice. I decided I was going to build my way out of my 9 to 5. First, I saved a lot. I cut my life down to essentially the basics, and I had very cheap entertainment like YouTube, Netflix, and the occasional gaming, and really had to control my wants and needs. But there were a lot of hard sacrifices. I even sold my beloved 350Z, which I poured a lot of my time, energy, and money into, and put off by my dream car, which is a Mark IV Supra, which I came very close to buying before prices started to go crazy, but that one really hurt. And then I set a number. I tracked every dollar and asked myself, what do I actually need each month to feel okay? And while working my job, I was also quietly building on the side through investing, trading, and my own YouTube Shorts channel. And every free moment during work and also after work went towards that escape. And finally, my big goal was to generate enough cash flow to cover my living expenses in a lower cost of living area. So earlier this year, I finally reached a point where I could pull the trigger. So I quit my corporate job. I left the US for now, and I moved to somewhere in Asia, which I'll have more details in other videos. And just a quick side note, but this does matter. I do enjoy first person shooter games, but I'm a fan of more of the old school Halo and the Call of Duty, for example, because they're so much simpler and just more clear and fun. And it's not like these modern games now with a ton of bloatware and just pay to win tactics. That's sort of how I see life now, too. And I just stopped chasing the newest, flashiest version of success because I just decided that I'm just going to pick what actually feels good and right to me. And gaming taught me a lot of patience, strategy, and timing. And turns out those skills work in real life too. And I'm not sitting on a beach all day. I'm building a different kind of life. One where I'm still learning, I still love to travel and spend time with people that I care about. And sharing my journey through this YouTube channel is fulfilling for me because I know I'm not the only one who felt stuck. And if you're feeling tired, if you're feeling stressed about money, work, or your future, or like you're living someone else's plan, maybe this channel is for you. And I'm not saying you should quit your job or leave the country. I'm just saying you should get to design your own life. I mean, there's more than one way out. For me, this didn't happen fast. I mean, it took some time to plan all this out. I saved a lot, made a lot of sacrifices. I messed up tons. I got scared, still made changes along the way, and just kept trying. And if you're thinking, could I actually do this? Yes. Maybe not my way, but in your own way. The system doesn't get to decide your whole life, only you do. Anyways, that's enough rambling for me. I mean, thanks for hanging out with me. If you got some value out of this, hit the like and subscribe. I'll definitely be sharing some more real stuff in later videos, all the wins, the mistakes, the lessons. I mean, we're all just trying to beat the game of life out here. So, catch you in the next one.